Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, here to go over a free title that you can pick up on Steam right now. A lot of developers been giving away free games for the holidays. At least I assume that's the reasoning to offer these games for free. We'll go over that. Another freebie over at Epic Game Store. I feel like, given the impressions and some of the view counts I saw on the tweets and posts about Red Dead Redemption 2, quote-unquote, being free at the Epic Game Store, I just think there are people that are so upset right now and are taking it out on some of the free games that are available now. I tried to tell you guys, but I think my video talking about Red Dead 2 and why I thought it was fake got like 10,000 views, and I'm not kidding you guys. I saw social media posts with like 10 million views or 7 million views, around that range on social media, so it was getting a lot of attention, but unfortunately I don't think you'll be getting that. However, right now on Epic Game Store, you do have a game that had an overwhelmingly positive reception on Steam, so we'll talk about that. That is available for free, and then I'll highlight some great deals on various Green Man Gaming titles. Those are Steam games, obviously. You'll get a Steam code and it'll redeem directly on Steam. A lot of more expensive titles, since, we don't mention those a lot, so I thought we would go over that. So more on those in a little bit, but right off the top, Undercraft Warriors is available for free. Black and white aesthetic style, crush the forces of hell and get a high score in this addictive, action-packed, arcade-inspired twin-stick shooter. 6 user reviews. Yes, literally 6 user reviews. All of those, actually it says 6 user reviews, but there's definitely way more than 6 user reviews, so I don't know what's up with that. All the reviews seem to be positive, so take that for what you will. The forces of hell are here. Why? Don't know how. I don't think it matters. All that matters is that you gotta fight them right now. In this game, you play as one of 6 heroes fighting off increasingly large hordes of enemies. Every agent has weapons and abilities unique to them, and you have to get used to them to their fullest abilities to get as high of a score as possible. The faster you kill enemies, the higher your score multiplier gets, but don't let off the pressure, because if you do, you'll get swarmed and overwhelmed by the forces of hell. An addictive gameplay loop. You'll always get just one more go, a pixel-perfect art style lovingly crafted for your viewing pleasure. Truly distinct characters. You won't ever get bored with these guys. Play how you want, supports both keyboard and mouse and gamepads as well. Typically $2.99, available free right now. I know everybody's gonna be pulling up this game on Christmas Day and showing all your boys, look at Undercraft Warriors that I got for free, and yeah, you could brag to all of your friends and family about that. $2.99 for that, typically, but right now it's available for free, so check that out. And then over on the Epic Game Store, we've got Sorry We're Closed, which, as I mentioned, 1,300 user reviews, 98% positive on Steam. 98% is one of the higher, review thresholds that you're gonna see on Steam. Like, there are many games that crack 95%. Once you get to the 97, 98s, that is very rare. Sorry We're Closed is an eccentric, story-driven survival horror game about demons, angels, and what happens when both sides collide. A mix of classic fixed-camera exploration and arcade-style shooting, where Michelle must use her third eye to see between worlds, uncover secrets, and solve puzzles. 83 on Metacritic as well, so really solid reception there. Open your third eye, see 2 worlds at once with the gift of Michelle's demonic curse. Your choices matter. Multiple endings are available depending on the dialogue choices you make, with an eclectic cast of characters. Fixed camera exploration, first-person arcade shooting, manage your inventory, modern and tank controls, new game plus time attack mode, and accessibility options. So there you go with that. That is available for free. Again, given that the Epic Game Store freebies, and bear in mind that even on that leak, quote-unquote, that leak that was just circulating, obviously not a leak, Red Dead 2 was listed as the December 31st game. Generally speaking, it's Christmas Day that they offer a big title, and then December 31st, I believe on New Year's Eve they offer a big title as well, but Christmas Day usually is their biggest game of the year. One year it was Death Stranding, another year is Outer Worlds. The reason why, and I saw so many people say this, but Mush, they offer GTA 5 for free. Why wouldn't they offer Red Dead 2? It's a $15 game. Even if it's a $15 game, if you offer a game for free, you have to pay a lot of money to get that game as a freebie. And if you really pay attention to Epic Game Store and their freebie offers, and you go to what was offered a few years ago to what is now offered, week over week, it's generally weaker offerings. Yes, I do know that Hogwarts Legacy was just given away for free, but Hogwarts Legacy is literally down to $5.99 on Steam right now. Red Dead Redemption 2 is still $15. That is orders of magnitude a big difference, and I believe if you want Red Dead 2 as a freebie, you would have to pay in the 7-figure range, maybe 8-figure range. Like, I don't know the exact numbers, but it's going to be a pretty penny. And at some point, Epic Game Store has to realize that, yeah, it's a great offer that you're giving these free games. If you actually look at what EGS is doing, they are definitely putting their foot off the gas in terms of spending a lot of money to get these exclusives and free game offerings. They've got one exclusive scheduled for 2026, and that is Lords of the Fallen 2. They had one exclusive in this year, I believe, and I can't even remember what. It's just, they're not doing the exclusives like they did in the past. In the past, they were getting Final Fantasy VII Remake as an exclusive. They were getting Red Dead 2, its PC launch, as an exclusive. They were getting Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin, Dead Island 2. They were getting Metro Exodus. They were getting big games as exclusives. If you actually look at how it's going, they're not getting those levels of exclusives anymore. In fact, Control Resonant is a self-published Remedy game, and that's going to be on Steam day one. I thought for sure that game was going to be an Epic Game Store exclusive, but even that's not an Epic Game Store exclusive. The last major title was Alan Wake 2, and I think that really stifled how many people checked out Alan Wake 2 on PC. That's just the reality of the game. Look, I want multiple storefronts competing with one another, but, you know, I can go on this tangent all day about I just don't think Epic Game Store is going to go for getting big exclusives, and you see it with so many of the other publishers that end up releasing their games exclusively on their platform. Look at Ubisoft. Look at you know, Activision. Call of Duty was a Battle.net exclusive, you guys, and that game came back to Steam. Battlefield, so on and so forth, but I digress. Sorry, we're closed available now. I know I got on a bit of a tangent, but feel like I did have to mention that given, you know, I think a lot of people are expecting the world out of these Epic Games Store freebies, and I just don't think that's going to be realistic anymore in terms of expecting Red Dead 2 or GTA 5. Look, I might have egg on my face. They might offer Red Dead 2. We shall see. But if you assess the exclusivity offerings, that's a lot less than what it used to be. All right, lastly, I do want to highlight some great Steam deals over at Green Man Gaming as a part of their winter sale. Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles for XP members is $32.79. Remember, you can buy the XP entry pack. It's $2. You get $2 right back in GMG wallet credit that you can put towards any of these games. Really enjoyed this game. Final Fantasy Tactics is an all-time classic. I initially played Tactics War of the Lions on the PSP. Enjoyed that quite a lot. And going into Tactics, I knew I was signing myself up for a more challenging game. And if you hear me regularly, I tend to have my meltdowns over playing hard games these days. But I was just like, F it, I'm gonna get through FF Tactics, and I had a great time with it. I gotta say, towards the latter stage of the game, and there is this RNG element to it that sometimes it's just chance on you rolling well, and you'll end up doing well. Now, you can get better odds on the RNG, but I swear, by the tail end of the game, the parts of the game a lot of people were having hard times with, I was just rolling so well, and the last, I want to say like 20% of the game, I breezed through it, but I want to say it was straight up luck. I tried the whole last sequence of the game, and I was just like, all right, dude, I'll take it. Like, I was just rolling good after good, and luck was just going in my favor, but sometimes it just won't, and there were certainly early parts of the game where luck just was not on my side, but for whatever reason, at the tail end of the game, oh man, I just breezed through it, and I don't know what was up with that, but had a great time with it. I think the story is great, soundtrack is great, and the voice acting they added, fantastic as well. Had a great time with this, definitely pick that up. Doom the Dark Ages down to $29.75, obviously available on Xbox Game Pass. I had a good time with Doom the Dark Ages. I know some people were a little bit down on it. Look, I didn't get super into them putting more emphasis on the narrative and the cutscenes. I honestly was not paying attention that much to the story at a certain point, but bro, you add giant robo fights, you add a dragon, you add, you know, some more methodical gameplay for Doom standards, you know, it going a little bit slower pace. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good game, and for $29.75, I think it's a good pickup. If you want to play it on Game Pass, for sure, go that way, and wait for it to get cheaper. I mean, Eternal these days goes on sale for like $5, so, Dark Ages, $29.75 on that. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, $41.64 on this. This is one of those games that I feel like they realize that people like this game, and we're gonna have this game hold up in price. Bear in mind, Doom and Indiana Jones, both Bethesda published games. Indiana Jones came out in December of last year. Doom came out May of this year, and Doom's got by far the bigger discount, so kind of interesting how that works. I think Indiana Jones is just a great game, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. You know, I heard the comparisons of it's a little bit of Dishonored mixed with Uncharted. I can see where people are coming from with that. By the way, just started another playthrough of Dishonored. That game, how many years? 13 years later, still goated. And you can get that game super cheap. Check out Dishonored if you haven't. But Indiana Jones and the Great Circle was a great game. Visually, one of the best games of the last few years. And honestly, why do I have to say last few years? One of the best looking games of all time. The animations, the facial expressions in this game just look so good. The environments look great. And as somebody that absolutely dreads puzzles at times, I thought the puzzles in this game were fairly well done. And, you know, when you solve one, it's actually like somewhat rewarding. And I thought it had a good balance of the puzzles, the combat, exploration. And it's got a good bit of content, man. You do all of the side content in this game, you're talking a 35-ish hour experience. Like, it's a sizable game for a game from Machine Games. Like, they did the Wolfenstein games, and Wolfenstein was not a 30-hour experience. Indiana Jones, if you like straight main path it, yeah, you could beat it fairly quickly, but take your time, do some of the optional content, and you'll have a good time with this game and a lengthy experience as well. Stellar Blade, $40.79 for XP members. Stellar Blade is awesome, obviously a great game. They did a phenomenal job with the PC version as well. I get that it's a UE4 game, so it's not really a fair comparison to some of the other Garbo PC ports this year, but who cares? It still looks amazing, and it plays so good, and soundtrack is great as well, so check that out. And I'll give a shout to Silent Hill F as well. It's 52% off for $33.59. Now, to be fully transparent, I hated this game. I literally thought this game was terrible because the combat was so bad to me. I thought the combat was awful in this game, and I don't care if it fits with the context of the game mechanically. I just think the game is terrible. Atmosphere, narratively, yes, it's a compelling game in that regard, but I just didn't get into it. But as I've said in previous videos, I mention games that I think are good deals relative to when they came out in the price point, and a lot of the times, the general reception of the game. I mention Souls-like deals all the time, even though that genre isn't my cup of tea, and I try to play games that I know I personally probably won't enjoy all that much, but I feel like it gives me a wider understanding of all the games that are coming out, and even if I didn't have a great time with Silent Hill F, I know a lot of people did. I know a lot of people did really enjoy it, so if you like your survival horror games, try it out. $33.59 is a pretty good price given that it just came out back in late September. It hasn't even been 3 months, so yeah, definitely a good pickup there. But that is going to do it for me. Again, Undercraft Warriors is available free right now. Sorry, we're closed, available for free right now. And then some more Steam game deals over at GMG. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.